friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are learning how to strum our chords, how to read chord progressions. If you've never done this before and you are just new to acoustic guitar and you know G, C, D, and E minor, then you're good to go with this lesson. This lesson will really help you with your timing and your strumming, okay? Because we're playing along to a backing track. Very important that you can strum along and know how many strums per chord that you're doing, okay? That makes a big difference too, okay? A lot of times when people are trying to learn songs and they're focused on chords placed over lyrics on the screen, they're not even counting. They're forgetting that they can actually just count how many strum patterns per chord, right? There's always patterns. And they're always repeatable patterns, and that's how we learn songs. So for example, we have two sections going on in this backing track, okay? So we're on section 2 right now. Just wait till this goes through and then we'll start you on your first section. I'll show you how this works, okay? Okay, so section 1, you're gonna play G, D, minor, and C. And we're going to do that again one more time. G, D, E minor, C. That was a repeatable pattern. Now section 2 goes D, E minor, C, G, D, E minor, C, D, and then starts all over again. So one strum pattern per chord. It's just your down, down, up, down you've learned. Down, down, up, down. Goes along with the beat. Section 2, D, E minor, C, G. Back to section 1. G gets one strum pattern. D, E minor, C. Section 2. So, it's just two patterns you have to remember. So you know you're doing G, D, E minor, and C. And you're going to do that twice, right? So what you're trying to focus on is how many times you're doing your strum pattern, which is one per chord. And we have two sections. Here's section 2. Strum pattern. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, So now let's try some picking over this chord progression. So we'll use the major scale. We're in the key of G major, so we'll use the G major scale with the open notes, okay? We're on an acoustic guitar. We're not going to do a lot of bending on this. So we'll start with just our G major scale. We'll learn that, and then we're going to try to place some of these notes around the fretboard and make a melody over this track, okay? So let's just play the actual scale straight through, and then we'll try to put some melodic sequence together. So now let's just try to make a few melodies, okay? So I'm just going to take the bottom two strings, my high E and my B string, and if we look at what notes are based off the G major scale, well, we have open 2-3 on your high E, and you can have open 1-3 on the B string, okay? So we have an open E, an F sharp, and a G right here, and then on this string we have an open B, a C, and a D. And it's part of the notes of the G major scale, okay? So let's play around with them. Okay, now directly above that, I had played an open 2 right here. Okay, so let's take that open 2, add it into these strings here. That open 2-4 above here, right on the D string. Okay, and it's just a matter of you finding some melodies inside of that scale shape. That 0-2-3 right here. We have open A, B, and C, part of that scale. And then we had the open 2-3 on the low E, which is open E, F sharp, and G. Remember that you have a low E and a high E, so whatever I play on that string, it's going to be the same on this one, okay? And the other thing too is you have that open G major right here in this area, and then we have a major scale shape that starts on your low E and the third fret here, right? And so once you learn the fretted scale shapes, you can move those. You can't really move the open string ones because the shapes will change once you leave that area and the open strings are no longer open anymore. But just so you know, when you're playing your open G major right here, and you see me, I might slide up into a couple of notes that aren't in that major scale shape here. Well, that's the notes from this major scale shape in G major, right? Okay, there's your G root note, but that's just the shape that makes up that scale. Well, if I do like something like so just sliding up to that one note, up to this one. Well, that's just me moving positions. That's all that is, because that note right there, okay, that's a C C note. Well, that's right here. I could have gotten that right here. I'm just trying to move around. Because it gives me more expression. I get the slide, I get the, you know, it's notes. When you're sliding into different notes, you're getting those different tonal sounds. And I'm just playing on that open G string here. The open notes are really nice in that key, right? So in the key of G major, you only have that one sharp, the F sharp. So a lot of your open notes, well, all of your open notes actually will work because there's no F and there's no F sharp, okay? So anytime you're playing, there's lots of open notes. Actually, the E pentatonic minor scale, that is the relative minor of G major, that, you know, shape one of that, if you went up here in your 12th fret and you played E minor pentatonic, well, you're playing an open note every time because you're on the 12th fret. So each one of the notes of the scale shape starts on, technically, an open string down here. So the open notes are great in G. That's where you get all these licks from. And then you get your double stops where you take two strings together, you know, part of the scale shape, right? So that note's in the scale shape and that note's in the scale shape. So I'm playing two notes together, double stops they're called. More melodic, right? More chord sounding. So, you know, if you're just learning guitar and you know your G, D, E minor, and C, you can play along to this lesson. It's great to play along to the backing track. Like I said before, you're getting your timing, you're starting to hear the rhythm, right? You know, you're playing to a drum beat. Well, you're used to doing down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You're still playing in that time, okay? You got your hi-hat keeping that time. Here, listen to your kick and snare, right? Listen. So remember, it's all patterns. All your songs that you're learning are patterns. You know, it's not like just random chords and that's another good exercise, is to pick your notes. I just did there to play for a D. Well, there's my C chord shape, and you could slide that C chord down 2 frets. So now that root note right here becomes a D, and you're still playing a C shape. Add that 5th fret of your high E right here, that A note. It's a very pretty D major sounding chord, okay? So you can, if you have a chord progression that goes from C to D, you can take that and slide it up while someone else is playing on a D chord. So it's very pretty. See how pretty that is? open. And that sounds pretty, right? Open 2-4, open 2-4, open 1-3, open 2-3, right? Okay, and then you're just, it's your root notes you want to look. If you play a little lick, right? And if you want to, the other thing too is look at the chord progression. I'll put it up on the screen there. And you can kind of chase the chords in your melody as well, right? So the first one is, okay, we're going to D here, right? E minor, C, to G, right? So I'm just chasing the chords, and the melody is actually following the chord progression. It sounds nice as well, okay? Okay, friends, I hope you got something from this quick lesson. Actually, it's based more on acoustic, and I hope that some of you out there are just starting to get into this, and this really helps you along in your journey of guitar playing, and we'll see you guys at the next lesson. Thanks again for watching and supporting me, friends. Thank you.